Alright guys, today I'm going to take you through how to install Reaper, how to set up your audio interface, a couple amp sims that are free to get you started, how to set up your Midi keyboard, and how to set up virtual instruments. So first, you go to the download page, and I'll leave all the links down in the description. So, now that we're here, you're going to download this. This is going to be for Windows, and this will work pretty much the same for any DAW. So download the Windows file, 64-bit or 32, whatever you got. Usually Windows 10 is 64. There's going to be a download arrow up here. You're going to click that, and next you're just going to run the file, install it, and then on your desktop you'll see the Reaper logo, and then click it and go into Reaper. And the next step is, in order to get your audio to the computer, you need to set up your audio interface. I suggest getting like a Focusrite Scarlett, which is like the one everyone has, and it works pretty good. And I have an M Audio, so I'll show you. So first you're going to go to the website of whoever makes the interface, and then you're going to go find where all the drivers are, and then you're going to download the driver for that interface, and then obviously go up to the arrow, run it, all that stuff like you did for Reaper, and then open it, and then next you're gonna, and all that will download. So then next you're gonna go in the Reaper, you're gonna go to Options, Preferences, or you can press Control P, and then I'm gonna have to stop the audio in order to show you guys this part, but you pretty much just go to Devices, and I'll show you how to set up your interface now. Alright guys, so as you could see, that's how you set it up. Just follow what I did, and yours isn't going to say M Audio unless you have an M Audio. Yours is most likely going to say Scarlett, whatever, and click it, and that thing, that buffer size where it's at 256, that you want to adjust. So let's say you strum a note, and it takes a couple seconds for the note to travel from the guitar to the computer. What you'll do is you'll turn down the buffer size, and you can only put it so low, but it will make it so if that happens to you, do that, just adjust it, but otherwise just leave it how it is. So that's how you do that. Next I'm going to show you how to set up a track. So next, now that you got your interface set up, now you can plug in your guitar, your microphone, whatever, and you're gonna double click or right click and press insert new track, and then you can add effects, which I'll show in a second. But to arm the track, you just press this button, and you want to choose what input you want it to go through. So there's usually one or two inputs, so you'll choose which one you're plugged into, and you'll have sound. And if not, press this little speaker, which is the record monitoring, which will let you hear yourself, or it won't let you hear yourself. So you can just turn that on in order to hear yourself, or hear your guitar, or whatever. And then, so that's how you set up a track, and you'll obviously arm the track by pressing that button. You turn on whatever effects, which I'll get to in a second, and then you just press the record button and record. Alright, so the next thing, I'm going to show you a couple amp sims. So I have a couple here. This is amp roots. It's pretty much a 5150, and then you need a cab impulse to represent like a cabinet, like a 4x12 or 2x12, and I'll show you how to get those here in a second. So what you do for those, and like I said, I'll leave the links in the description. You'll go to the internet, of course, and type in, we'll say amp roots, which is the name of it. So once you go there, alright, 1 second here. Yep, follow along, because this is all important stuff, so try to follow along if you can. And then this one you have to add to your card and put your credit card, even though they don't charge you. But a lot of free amps, you don't have to do that at all if you don't feel comfortable doing that. But that's a good one. And another one you want to get is also watch a couple of videos, find out some ones you might want to get. But another one to get you started is the NAD IR by Ignite Amps. This one is also free. So you'd go here. Alright, here it's going to take a second to load, of course. Alright, so once you're in there, you go find the download button, of course. And so once you download it, so now that we're here, you obviously go find the download, which I'll put all the links. And then you'll go to the download button where it shows you all your downloads, and you want to run it and open it and do everything you did the same for Reaper. It'll just show a file, say save file, run, install, finish, you know, how usually all the apps are. So I hope you guys get this so far. So next, now that we got that, you'll run it and stuff, and then next you gotta put it in a file. So here we got a file. We'll come down here. It's usually in users, and we'll go to program files, and you'll see a couple. There'll be like a Steinberg, an STL, a VST plugins, and you can use any of these. So just download it, and it's probably gonna put the download into one of these files without you having to do anything. You'll just have to go find it, and it's usually in one of these. So let's say the Steinberg one, VST plugins, and then it will once you download it and it shows you the file, there'll be a bunch of them. Once you download the amp sim, there'll be like the one that run it, a couple of them, and what you want to do is drag the DLL one into this file. And yeah, so once you download it, it will put it in its own file, and then just drag it over to wherever you want it. It's just got to be somewhere, rather Steinberg or VST plugins, any of those, and then it will show up here. So once you drag it over, and it'll be DLL just like the rest of them. So now, in order to put those amp sims in the Reaper, we're gonna go over here, and then now you're gonna go Control P again, or Options Preferences, and then now we're gonna go to where is it here? And you're gonna go down to plugins, or VST, I mean, and you're gonna program the file order to get to that file you just made. So let's say we just put one in Steinberg VST plugins, like you just saw me do. So we'd rather add and program it ourselves, or it might give you a couple. So to program it ourselves, we'd go edit, add, and then we'd go program files, come down here to VST plugins under Steinberg, VST plugins or wherever you programmed it. And if anyone's got any questions, please feel free to ask me in the comments. So you go there, and it's not going to show you the exact file. So you just go to the path, and then press OK, and then press rescan, and it's going to rescan all the files. Or you can press auto detect sometimes, and it will put it in there. So once you got that, and you got the file path set right, rescan. It should put it in there. Press apply, OK. And then now you go to effects. You just go to add, and then it should be in there. And like you can see all of them right here. Like these are all my amp sims and all that. And you just click it, and it will come up on its own screen. So next, if the plugin ain't in there, you can just try to press scan for new plugins, and then it should show up. And if you followed my instruction, it should show up for you. Alright, so that's that part. So next, what you want to do is add your amp, and you want to add a cab simulator, or else your amp will sound like crap. And I use this one, which is the Glenn Fricker Rev V30, and I really like it, and I really strongly recommend this amp too. Alright, so yeah, that's it for this section. Next, I'm going to show you how to set up your MIDI keyboard. Alright guys, lastly, I want to show you how to set up a MIDI keyboard and how to use it on a virtual instrument. So, we're going to go here, and you can't put, well, first I'll show you how to set up the MIDI keyboard. So we'll go here to options preferences again, and then you're going to go to MIDI, or actually go to, where is it? Yeah, it's up here. Go to MIDI devices. Okay, now obviously plug in your MIDI keyboard or whatever you have. Alright, so now you want to see here, you want to enable all these. It will say disabled, so just click them, press enabled, and you want to do it down here. And what that's going to do is it's going to make it so you can use it, and you can also use the keys to control it. So yeah, so just make sure that all those are enabled. Press apply, and your MIDI keyboard, as soon as you plug it in, it should show up in here. So again, that's preferences, MIDI devices, enable them. Now you can't just make a normal track. What you have to do is set up a virtual instruments track. So right click here and press insert virtual instrument on new track. Then now you can, I like to use my MIDI keyboard to program drums, keyboards and all that. Just to save time, we'll pick like a keyboard one right here. This is like a synthesizer, and so now when you press the keyboard, it should play. I'll show you here in a second. Just like this. So that's enabled. I'll record a clip for you here. Here, let me choose something better here. See, just like that. And you can do that for drums or whatever. So in order to hook this up, you just press virtual instrument, and then you press whatever virtual instrument you have, whether it be synth, drums, whatever. So that's how you do that. And anyways guys, I hope that helped you out, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Any questions, drop them below. All the links for all this stuff will be in the description. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys next time.